Hi, thanks for joining. Today I want to share some dating tips so you can improve your dating success. So we'll cover 10 tips to improve your dating success. I'll be sharing a bonus tip with you to help you with your first face-to-face date, and I will also be sharing additional resources to help you further increase your dating success. So let's get started. Tip number 1. Choose your pictures carefully. It's important to put pictures on your site, but avoid showing off half naked on your pictures. It's not a good thing, and it's not necessarily what women want to know about you. And the second thing, make sure that you show pictures where you seem to be a fun person to be with. So women will imagine themselves with you and having fun. Online dating tip number 2. As I said, it's good to have pictures of yourself. If you can show at least one picture where you're doing something that you're passionate about, anything that you like doing, it will show that you're a person that has a good lifestyle, that's enjoying life. So this is really attractive for the opposite sex, imagining themselves having fun, doing some activities that you both like, and it will naturally attract people that will have similar interests. So you might end up with people that share common interests with you. Tip number 3. Be careful with public displays of wealth. You definitely want to show yourself on your good side, being dressed in a good way, at least on one of your pictures. It could be at work or a social venue, but you don't need to show off a lot of money or wealth. Otherwise, you might end up attracting gold diggers. And believe me, there are gold diggers out there. Tip number 4. Being on a picture with your ex is not the best thing, or any girl that is too close to you in the picture is not necessarily the best thing to do. And the reason is women are normally jealous, so they will imagine that your things are not done, you're not through with your ex, and it's not something that they feel like being in competition with your ex is not necessarily very attractive to them. So leave your past in the past and move on to other pictures of yourself, not with your ex. Very important. Tip number 5. Being mysterious. This is one of my favorites. So a lot of people on their profile will show their entire life. They will explain everything about them, and then that kind of kills the mystery about you. So don't explain everything. Keep it short. Same thing with your pictures. You don't need to put that many. It's better to choose them carefully and to look at your best rather than just spamming with your profile with any picture. Okay, so choose carefully. Tip number 6. Mystery again, but when you write your profile, so keep it brief, keep it interesting. Tell about your passions rather than just the same thing as other guys do. For example, everybody loves to travel. Everybody likes to go once in a while to a nice restaurant for dinner or having dinner with friends. But that's just the common stuff. Don't write that. Write something different. And remember, don't tell your whole life story, and you will differently show up in the sites, and you'll stand out. Okay, tip number 7. Make your profile fun as much as possible. So when you describe yourself, try to use images and figures when telling about you, about what you like. So and because women are emotional, they're emotion driven. So when you talk to them, you need to as much as possible to evoke their emotions. So tell about stuff that may make them think that you're cute, or that you have good values, or things like that. Don't tell too much facts. Facts are boring for most women. Careful though, don't be too funny. They might think you're a clown, and clowns are not so attractive after all. Tip number 8, social value. Okay, so this one is very important. What social value is the way a woman will perceive you and will qualify you. So keep in mind that girls are mainly looking for long-term relationships, even though they claim they don't necessarily do. But they secretly want to find their husband or the love of their life. So when they look at your profile, they will naturally try to qualify you. So what are the important social values for them? For most of them, compassion is a big winner. So if you care about others, if you don't like to see others when they're sad, or you want to help others, that's a very good social value. Kindness is good. Humor is good. Being healthy, meaning that you don't necessarily need to be an athlete, but at least you care about your health. You're not going to die, in the next 5 years or so. Being independent, that means you got your things figured out. You don't need assistance. You're autonomous. You're a family-oriented person. This is a real chick's magnet, excuse the term, but being family-oriented is a really important social value for most women. And contrarily to most what men think, the physical aspect comes at the very bottom of the list. So of course you need to take care of yourself, but you don't need to be a Brad Pitt or a Tom Cruise to be popular with women. Okay, you just need to have the right game. So social value is very important. Tip number 9. Well, when you find one girl that is attracting to you, you think she's right for you, then avoid at all costs complimenting her on her looks. Okay, that's too easy. That's a common mistake most men do. They'll just go, "Hey, sexy," or "Hey, you're so beautiful." Well, think again, because women get these compliments all the time. Okay, so it doesn't make you stand out if you say that. It actually lowers your value. So what do you want to do instead? If you really have to compliment her, try to do it in a way that will where the compliment will be about something that she chose. So women need social validation. So if you come up with something like, "Hey, I really like the way you've done your hair today," or "This blouse looks great on you. Where'd you get it?" or something like that. Okay, so she chose the blouse, or she chose to do her hair that way. So that's a really nice compliment, and that will certainly please the girl. Instead of your eyes are beautiful. She didn't choose her eyes, right? Tip number 10. Self-confidence. This is the second most important, or if not the first. Self-confidence is about showing that you know what you're doing. So if you're hesitating, or if you're asking her permission, or if you are asking too much of her opinion, then that lowers your self-confidence, and you're not perceived as manly if you're not self-confident. Ask any girl. They will tell you that they really appreciate a guy that's self-confident. Not necessarily being a macho, but knowing where you're going and leading. So when you're having a conversation with a girl, try to lead as much as possible. Don't let her take control in the conversation. Don't ask too much of her opinion. And at all times, know what what you're doing. And if she's asking you questions, especially in the first conversations, if she is asking you questions, don't answer right away, because remember, always you are leading the conversation. So if she asks you something, make her work a little bit more so she can actually get the answer she's looking for. All right. So now it's time for the bonus tip. I'm sure you're going to thank me for that one. The bonus tip is once you manage to get your first date, when you're with that person, avoid spending too much money. Okay, you don't need to go to an expensive venue or a restaurant or what have you. Anything that costs a lot of money is not a good idea for a first date. Primarily because you don't know the outcome of that date. So, and the second thing is you don't want the girl to like you because you've got lots of money. So first of all, validate that you have a good time with her. And if you end up spending too much money on your dates, maybe after a few times you've met with different people, you may run low on dating money. So keep your budgets, your dating budget, as low as possible until you find your special someone. So now time for additional resources. So if you're interested, you definitely can sign up to a free newsletter that will get your dating tips right into your inbox. It's 100% free, and this newsletter covers different techniques to improve your success and other secrets to attract women. Those are validated and come from the pros in the seduction community, and they are delivered straight into your inbox. If you don't like the newsletter, you can unsubscribe at any time. So please visit freeonlinedatingtricks.com and subscribe to that free newsletter. And thank you for watching. I hope you will improve your dating success.